Hello and welcome to the Football for Kids podcast with me, Darren Rees. In this episode, we're going to be talking about goalkeepers. The goalkeeper is probably the most important position on the pitch. So important that it's the only position on the pitch that if they're injured, by the laws of football, the manager has to replace the goalkeeper with either another goalkeeper or in some cases, a player from the pitch. The goalkeeper is the only player on the pitch where this has to happen. If a striker gets injured, they'll just be subbed off. It could be for a defender or a midfielder, and the formation would change. We'll speak about when a player has had to go from out on the field to in the goal later on. Goalkeepers are incredibly brave. They will do almost anything to protect their goal and stop the other team from scoring. They come out jumping to grab the ball when there's players flying through the air trying to score with their heads. And they come out to close players down when they're running at full speed at their goals. Imagine someone like Haaland running full speed at your goal. Uh-oh. The goalkeeper is the only person allowed to pick the ball up with their hands on the pitch, but only whilst they're in the box. If the goalkeeper did handle the ball outside their box, they would give the other team a free kick. A free kick just outside the box is not what a goalkeeper wants. It's extremely rare that this happens, but it has happened in the past. Goalkeepers don't normally score goals, but there have been some occasions over the years where a keeper has gone for a really long clearance and the ball has bounced into the other team's goal. However, there are some goalkeepers who have been quite famous for scoring goals. There have been moments in the dying minutes of the game where a team is a goal down and there's either a free kick or a corner and the keeper runs up to get in the box. The commentators normally get very excited and they say, "The keeper's coming up, they're coming up!" And boom, the keeper either heads it or belts it with their strongest foot. Peter Schmeichel, who was a goalkeeper for Denmark, but also for Manchester United, Aston Villa and Manchester City, had a few of these type of goals. And my goodness, is it exciting when it happens. Some keepers from over the years have been wonderful free kick takers. Rogério Ceni is a Brazilian keeper and is the keeper who holds the record for the most amount of goals to ever be scored by a keeper. In his career, he scored 132 goals. There's midfielders and forwards out there who haven't scored that many goals in their whole career. Never mind a blooming goalkeeper. Ceni was a keen set-piece taker and was famous for coming up to take a free kick and a lot of the time, scoring. He would also run up the pitch for a penalty and also smashed a few headers and kicks in the dying moments of games. Goalkeepers are required to wear a kit which separates them from every other player on the pitch. Some keepers have got themselves nicknames for their kits. A good few years back, there was a keeper called Lev Yashin. He played for the Soviet Union. He wore all black and was an amazing keeper. Some people said it was like he had more legs and arms than everybody else. So with his black kit and his several legs and arms, he got the nickname the Black Spider. Did you know he's also the only goalkeeper in history to win the Ballon d'Or? An important piece of kit for a goalkeeper is their goalkeeping gloves. The gloves are extra grippy and are also designed to stop the keeper from getting injured on their fingers and wrists. But did you know goalkeepers don't actually have to wear gloves? It's completely by choice. I know I would wear them. Some players have volleyed the ball at nearly 130 miles per hour. Imagine a football coming at you at 130 miles per hour. That's nearly, but not quite, double the speed of what a car is allowed to travel at on the motorway in England. Another reason goalkeepers are probably the most important players on the pitch is because of the dreaded penalty shootout. I say dreaded because I'm an England fan, and oh boy have there been some upsets due to penalty shootouts. When a penalty is to be taken, the goalkeeper must remain on the goal line, facing the kicker, staying between the goalposts. without touching the goalpost, crossbar or the goal net until the ball has been kicked. The keeper can be a hero and win the game or the tournament from saving the penalties. I said at the start that I would tell you about outfield players who had to go in goal. In 2008, Manchester United were playing the greatest team on the south coast, Portsmouth. It was in the FA Cup quarter-final, and Manchester United goalkeeper Edwin van der Sar got taken off injured. But it didn't matter too much because they had a spare goalkeeper on the bench. So they brought him on and he got sent off. So all of a sudden, Manchester United didn't have any keepers. Portsmouth had a penalty. The defender Rio Ferdinand had to go in goal. He had to get the goalkeeper's top on, the goalkeeper's gloves on, and he had to save a penalty in an FA Cup quarter-final. The Portsmouth player put the ball on the spot, looked at Rio Ferdinand, ran up to the ball and belted it to one corner. Rio went the right way but just missed the ball and it hit the back of the net. Another one was in 2014 when Tottenham were playing in the Europa League. The Spurs keeper was injured and the manager was unable to bring another keeper on due to being out of substitutes. Harry Kane had scored a hat-trick in this game, and then all of a sudden, he found himself being the keeper. I think it's fair to say Harry Kane wasn't a great keeper. He did let one goal in, but the game ended 5-1 to Spurs. I hope you've enjoyed listening and learning about goalkeepers. Now the World Cup has started, I wanted to let you know that every Thursday there will be a World Cup update podcast telling you some of the scores, stories, stats, facts from each week from the World Cup. Remember, if you know someone who loves football just as much as you do, then please tell them about Football for Kids. Whether you're playing football soon, watching it on the telly, or pitch side, I hope you enjoy the game. See you next time.